Welcome to Grid Zero. You have sparks, you have wood, you did everything right, and still, no fire. This is where most survival systems fail. Not because of tools, because of control. You think fire is simple. Spark. Fuel. Done. Wrong. Fire is one of the easiest things to lose, and one of the hardest things to recover. The Romans understood this. They didn't rely on luck. They built systems, and there are 3 mistakes. The last one destroys everything. You strike, sparks fly, bright, hot, fast. They land on your tinder and die instantly. Again, more sparks, more effort, still nothing. Now time starts working against you. Your hands get colder, your movements get slower, your energy drops. This is how failure begins. Not instantly. Gradually. You don't need more sparks. You need control. Fire is not a spark. Fire is a reaction, a controlled reaction. 3 elements: heat, fuel, oxygen. Miss one, failure. Too much of one, failure. Balance decides everything, and most people never find it. Right. First mistake, wrong tinder structure. You think dry equals ready. But dry is not enough. Structure controls heat. If your tinder is too dense, oxygen cannot move. Heat builds, then suffocates. If your tinder is too loose, heat escapes. The spark touches, then disappears. No ignition. Romans built layered cores, fine fibers inside, hair-thin material, then slightly thicker layers outside. This traps heat, while still allowing airflow, like lungs. Breathing fire into existence. This is not random. This is design, but even perfect tinder still fails. Second mistake. Oxygen chaos. People panic. They blow hard. They try to force the flame. This kills it. Too much air. Drops temperature instantly. Heat disappears. Reaction stops. Romans controlled oxygen. Small breaths. Directed airflow. Shielded from wind. They didn't add air. They regulated it. Control oxygen, control fire. Lose control, lose everything. But even this is not the worst mistake. Third mistake, and this one destroys almost every fire. Fuel too early. You see smoke. You think, it's working. You grab a twig. You place it on the ember, and it dies. Here's what actually happened. That ember had one job: build internal heat. Reach ignition point. Hold it. The moment you place fuel on top, you add weight, you block airflow, you drop temperature by contact. The ember was not fire yet. It was potential. And you killed it. Right. This is the part most people never understand. An ember is not heat you can spend. It is heat you must protect. Think of it like a coal inside a forge. You don't add metal before the forge is ready. You wait, you feed air, you let temperature build. Only then, you act. Knowledge is your best survival tool here, not speed, not instinct. Knowledge. Patience is the system. Russian is the failure. Stay with the ember. Breathe into it slowly. Watch it grow from orange to bright white. That white glow is your signal. Only then. Micro twigs, hair thin. Placed, not dropped. Laid, not stacked. And the ember accepts the fuel, because it was ready, because you waited. Most people never reach this stage, because they panic at the smoke, and attack the fire before it exists. Don't be most people. Now the build. Step 1, prepare your tinder. Dry, but more importantly, structured. Grass, bark fibers, fine material. Break it down, separate it, create volume, now shape it. A loose outer shell, a dense inner core, not compact, not scattered, balanced. It must breathe. Step 2. Capture the spark. Do not throw sparks randomly. Aim with precision, into the center, deep into the core, where heat can be trapped, where ignition can grow. This is where fire begins. Step 3. The ember stage. You see a glow. Small, weak, unstable. This is the most critical moment. Now control oxygen. Slow breath, close range, warm air. Not force, control. Feed the ember. Do not attack it. If you rush here, you lose everything. Step 4. Transition. Smoke increases, heat builds, the reaction stabilizes. Then suddenly, flame. Now you have fire, but you are not safe yet. Step 5. Scaling, carefully. Add micro twigs, then slightly larger, then stable fuel. Never jump levels, never overload the system. Fire grows step by step, or it dies instantly. Now understand the failure points. Speed kills fire. Rushing destroys heat. Panic destroys control. Bad sequence destroys everything. Think of fire like a balanced system. Temperature, airflow, material density. Too much oxygen, heat loss. Too little oxygen, suffocation. Perfect balance, ignition. This is what the Romans mastered, not tools, control. This is why most fires fail, not because of bad sparks, because of lost heat. Now imagine this. Night. Cold. Wind moving. Your lighter fails. You switch to sparks. Nothing works. Your energy drops. Your hands shake. Your thinking slows. Every mistake multiplies. This is where systems decide survival, not tools. And here's the part most people never understand. Even a working fire can die. Wind disrupts it, moisture weakens it, bad wood suffocates it. System resets again, so you protect it. You build around it, block the wind, reflect the heat, control fuel input. This is not primitive, this is engineering, right? Remember this. Spark is not fire. Fire is a system. The Romans did not have better tools. They had better understanding. They controlled structure. They controlled airflow. They controlled sequence. Master that, and you can create fire in almost any condition. Ignore it, and even perfect tools will fail you. Now you know the system. 3 mistakes. Wrong structure, oxygen chaos, fuel too early. Fix all 3, and fire becomes reliable, not lucky. Reliable. Right, that's the difference between surviving and not surviving. Not better tools, better understanding. Save this video, not for today, for the night when nothing works. And you need to remember exactly what to do, because that night will come, and when it does, knowledge is your best survival tool. Stay safe. Stay smart. Grid 0 out.